Many people told me that they have many issues to install Unity Editor. So today I will show you step by step how to install it correctly. That's very easy. Let's get started. First, let's go to website unity.com. Here you will know how to download and how to install it. We need to download Unity Hub at first step. After that, select a version to install Unity Editor. After finish, you can start with your own project. You can select Unity Hub link to download depend on your PC, or Mac or Linux. I will download Unity Hub for Windows PC. After downloading, click to open it. You need to accept the policy to install it. I recommend using the default install folder. If you change it, it might have some errors. Click Install, then wait a little bit. After it's done, click Finish and open Unity Hub. Some computer firewall and virus security will block your new app to be installed. You can disable it before installing, then enable it again after everything is done. I will disable Window Defender. It is turned off now. Let's turn off the firewall as well. On the menu, select option Turn on or off firewall. Select all options Turn off, then click OK. Firewall is off completely now. At the first time you open Unity Hub, it will ask you sign in your account. If you don't have one, you can create it free. After sign in, it will ask you to create a free license for personal use. At first time, it will recommend you to install the newest version of Unity Editor. This version is very new at this moment. There are a lot of errors, so I don't recommend to use this version. Now on Unity Hub, on menu Installs, you don't have any versions of Unity Editor yet. Let's select Install Editor button. There are many versions you can choose to install. Version 2021, 2022.2, or 2022.3. LTS, it means long-term support. You should install these stable version only. At this moment, the version I like most is not listed here. You can find other versions by clicking this link. I recommend version 2022. Then scroll it down till to version 2022.3.37. Click button Install it. Open it in Unity Hub. It will load this version automatically. If you are using C# to code Unity, you must install Visual Studio 2022. I recommend to select and install Visual Studio. But if you forgot it, don't worry, I will show you how to install it later. It will ask you what platform you want to build for your game. I always choose Android and iOS for mobile games. Windows build for PC games. WebGL for web games. You can select Mac build as well. These are all platforms I need. You can change and add more platform later inside Unity Editor. Click Continue, and button Install to install it. Most of people will have many issues here, so make sure don't go away. Stay until all downloads are completed, and make sure you have stable internet. Right now, when editor application is completed download, there is a note to ask you accept to continue. It will give you only 1 minute to accept it. If you don't click it, it will stop everything and say errors. You must click yes, or you will have to start over to download everything again. After click yes, it will continue and finish all remaining download. All components have been downloaded. You can leave your PC. It will finish all the install by itself for now. Everything is installed successfully. You can see Unity version 2022.3.37 inside Unity Hub now. After you installed Unity Editor, you can create your own project. Select New Project. Select Unity Editor version to open with. Let's create project with built-in 2D or 3D. Name it your first project or any names you like. Select your Unity account. I recommend not to use Unity Cloud. If you use this option, project will be uploaded to cloud. A lot of people have many problems with this, so don't use it as the best way. Now click Create Project. It will create and load your project, and might take a few minutes. This is the first scene of your new project after created in Unity Editor. If you are using Unity Visual Scripting to code, the first thing you need to do is go to Package Manager to update it to newest version. If you don't update it, you will have many errors in old versions. Now select Package Visual Scripting, then select Update. Visual Scripting was updated successfully. Now you can make your own game without using C#. Let's print out a message, "Hello World" on screen. First thing, we need to create an empty game object. Now add new script to this object. Add new Visual Scripting script. Click New. Create a folder to contain these script. I will name it Game Manager as well. You can see the new script you created inside Assets folder. This is the Visual Scripting script you created. Now let's add some message inside this script. Select Edit Graph to open it. Visual Scripting is 100% the same of C#. It will have event on start and update. Let's print out a message when game is started. To add new code or event, right-click. Enter name of event you want. To show a message to screen, use event debug log. Let's connect event on start to our debug log event to call it after game start. Message is a string you want to print out. Let's print out Hello World message. You can close this script now. The message of debug log will be printed out at Console tab. If you see this warning, nice IO, just ignore it. It will be fixed in newer version of Unity Editor. Now let's press button play to start your game. When game is started, a message Hello World was printed out as we coded. Congratulations, you did it your first code. If you want to use C# to make your game, just do the same thing. Create a new empty game object. Name it Game Manager. First, let's create new C# script. Right-click. Create C# script. Name it Game Manager as well. But it mustn't have any white space on this name. You can see all codes inside of the script right here. It is the same Visual Scripting, event start and update. To add your new code, right-click to open the script. Select Open. Nothing happened. Because you didn't choose any software to open this C# script yet. If you installed Visual Studio at Install menu, this C# script can be opened right away inside Visual Studio. If you forgot and not install Visual Studio, I will show you how to install it now. You can Google it name. Visual Studio 2022. Download for Unity. It will show you where to download Visual Studio for Unity games. Click to open it. Then select button Download Visual Studio. I am using Visual Studio version Community 2022. Let's download and use it. Download is finished. Click to open it. Select Continue. It will show you a menu to choose what platform you want to install for Visual Studio. Let's install Visual Studio for Unity games. Select Game with Unity. I recommend don't change its location. And click button Install. Then wait for it to finish. Visual Studio is installed successfully. You can sign in your account or just skip it, no problems. Select your style, dark mode or white mode, then click Start Visual Studio. Everything has worked very well. You can close Visual Studio if you want. To be able to open C# script inside Visual Studio, let's go to Preferences. On External Tools, make sure you see the name of Visual Studio at External Script Editor. Whenever you open C# script, it will use this Visual Studio to open it. If you not see name of Visual Studio here, you can browse to find it. Now open location where you installed Visual Studio. You can find it inside these folders. Select this one. Then click Open. Visual Studio name will be showed on External Editor. You can close this now. Let's try to open our C# script again. It can be opened inside Visual Studio now. Let's delete unnecessary code. We will print a message when game start, so we need events start only. To print out a message, let's use debug log event. Let's say hello world message. Make sure you have to save it. On Object Game Manager, let's add our C# script into. And press button play to start our game. Congratulations! You made it your own first code, hello world. Let's go to the next video to make your own game. Thank you for watching. See you in next video.